What's going on, everybody? Welcome. This is Chocolate Gumbo, episode 7, and we here acting the fool like we normally do. What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
How y'all doing? What's up with you?
I'm having a good day. God is good. We're here having a good time together. How about that?
There we are.
Man, we got a whole bunch to talk about, but you know how we like to kick this off. And like every episode, we like to say, how was your weekend? You know what I'm saying? So how was your weekend? We're going to talk about ours. How was your weekend, Keith?
Hey, my weekend was fun. I flew to Pennsylvania to do a nurses retreat, and then I flew back Saturday. Did 3 shows, the Nasty Show at Laugh Factory. Shout out Tiny Thickums, Laugh Factory, the Nasty Show, 11:30. They recorded it, and if it's edited properly, we will be going viral in about a day. I'm telling you right now. I went absolutely ham, cheese, and bananas. So, and then I took out my mama garbage on Sunday, so I'm still humbled by the reality of what the fuck I really am.
You live like a king and then took out some garbage. So
I'm trying to tell you. How was your weekend, Miss Wonderful?
Well, I don't have too much exciting things to say about this weekend. I chose to just chill and take some woosah moments and just like indulge in me.
So you didn't go out?
I did not go out.
Because she was sick. That's the only reason why she wasn't out shaking her tail feather. Because her ass was sick as hell, sinus infected, chest hurting. Like, nah, girl, I'm gonna stay home. No, hell, you sick. You got to.
But why she was trying to act like she was on some kind of spiritual journey?
I busted out. No. She was
feverish. But in that time of recovery, I was candles lit, baths, just woosah. And to me, I got out yesterday though because
and still went somewhere.
Well, I got out yesterday. It was my. I'm also a hairstylist, so the salon I work in. It was a Christmas party, so we turned up a little bit yesterday. Got back home, woosah some more, and I'm out today. RJ, what did you do this weekend?
Work, and more work. It was a great weekend. I did a lot of gigs. I was did a couple of Christmas parties. Nice. So some companies downtown. We did that, and then I know Saturday we did Beats, Bass, and Brunch, like how we always do. Plug, shameless plug.
Yes.
Beats, Bass, and Brunch. We did that Saturday, and
Tapping on the Grange, Countryside, Illinois.
Yeah, Tapping on the Grange, and we did. I actually did two shows Sunday too. I did a brunch at Tribe, and I did another event with my homegirl Eva Wu. She does a some kind of like a musical.
She sounds familiar.
Yeah, she came out. I'm pretty sure you know her. She does comedy too, but she did a musical called R&B Nights, and we did it, and that was pretty dope.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, pretty dope kind of concept she got going on. So I did that Sunday, and now we here getting everything started.
Chocolate Gumbo, baby. Welcome to the world, everybody. Welcome to the world. What has gone on in the last 7 days? Well, R. Kelly, this man is in jail but can't stay out the news. R. Kelly, someone leaked, according to reports, someone leaked a project that from according to what RJ is saying, it was extremely old. It was a post and delete.
Yeah.
They put up a song that was 18 minutes long called I Admit It from R. Kelly.
It was so interesting though. I was intrigued the whole 19 minutes. It was
a journey that you had to just listen and go on and be quiet and just go to the vibe and be quiet and listen.
Yeah.
Because the man is accused of so much, and for me, him saying I admit it, the first 2.5 minutes, I was like, oh, he just admitting that he's human and he's made some wrong judgments and he's made some decisions that was an error. But the nigga kept singing.
But it sounded narcissistic.
Yeah.
Some kind of ways. Like he really wasn't. I gotta say he wasn't taking. He was taking some accountability. It was kind of like he wasn't taking direct accountability.
He was taking accountability for being human, but not cruel upon women and declaiming everything that they have been claiming.
But he necessarily didn't. He danced around stuff. Like he didn't. He talked about women. I like them young and old. It's like, no, it ain't a problem. It's a lot of men that like younger women and older women or whatever. That ain't the problem. It's how young you like them. That's what got you in jail.
But what he also said was that these parents co-signed on that. So why y'all mad at me? These parents out here trying to get paid and bringing their daughters to me. Like,
listen, but when you're wrong, right, and you're taking accountability, You're not supposed to state that.
To do that. Yeah.
You're not supposed to state that. Like, I agree with that sentiment, but like I agree with the parents need to take accountability. But he ain't the one to be saying that.
Yeah.
Just because I bring my daughter to you don't mean you can have your way with her, but that's the industry. So if he did it or not, it's up to the experienced people who experienced it at the time. But the man said he had sex with Whitney Williams. When did he have sex with?
Wait, is that what he said? I didn't hear that.
I don't know, Keith. I didn't hear that.
Hold on, wait. The nigga went from Aaliyah to Whitney Williams.
He said Whitney Williams tried to get him. I didn't hear him say.
No, he said he knocked her on back. He moved the balls out the way and got to that little hermaphrodited.
I gotta go read this.
Expedited hermaphrodited little monkey down situation up in there. Okay, so he said he figured it out. That's what he said to me.
He said he did young and old, but I didn't see him say
blind, crippled, crazy, hermaphrodite, and ain't lazy. She had a third leg and a monkey. That's what he said. He moved the leg out the way and got to it.
He admitted a lot.
He did. He definitely did. If he fucked a nigga named Herman, looking like Wendy Williams. That's all.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Mr. Kelly. And then, hold on. Then he kept singing. Oh, my God. RJ said the man it's 3 parts. It wasn't just one song.
Yeah, so I think when you didn't, when they released the project, and I heard it on Apple Music, that morning they released it. It was like, oh, everybody was talking about it. So I went right on it, and I played the whole thing. I'm in my bed. And it was probably about 11 songs. 3 of the songs was I Meant Part 1, 2, 3. That's how they separated.
But it sounded exactly the rhythm, the cadence of the beat never changed.
No, it's just like Trapped in the Closet.
Yes.
That's what it was. It was just like 3 parts. But that's how they had it on. That's how they had it on Apple Music.
I felt like he was trying to admit it. That's what I felt like.
I was trying to figure out what was he.
Trap trying to admit it.
Trap trying to admit it because the nigga just kept going. I was trying to figure out
where he was admitting though. He didn't admit anything that we didn't know. That he didn't admit in other songs.
Basically, he was saying, "I'm human, just like y'all." You know, he was out there saying.
But that's not. If you're going to admit and you're going to
point the finger, I'm just like the rest of us.
You're not sure. It's just real narcissistic.
He admitted that he was dumb. Like, I gave my rights away when I ain't know.
We knew that though. We knew that
already.
We don't need you to admit this after you in jail. We knew this. You've been dumb.
He kept singing and singing. He admitted so much. I got lost in Wendy Williams. I wanted to stop the shit right there. Stop the shit right there. When he said Wendy Williams.
Please comment.
I couldn't take it.
DM us. Let us know if you heard anything about Wendy Williams because
I ain't hear that.
I didn't hear that.
I heard Whitney Williams tried to get him like she came for him.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I heard.
Like she was trying to get puffy.
They said, hold on, wait, stop.
Right.
If you want to hear what I heard was they said Wendy Williams, they was kicked back. They both turned their phones off. They both had drinks and they both opened up to what each other was on. Now go listen to it again.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I have to go back.
Our Chicago stars though can't get a break. If it wasn't for Jennifer Hudson, we'd be lost in the sauce because our other star going through it, Kanye West. God bless Kanye West. Somehow, some way. No, people stop. God, you see, when people going through it, we like to talk about them and condemn them when them people really need prayer. Them people are really broken and fucked up and hurt and are just moving off and out and through hurt, dwelling in that hurt and just picking up speed, fucking up fast and picking up speed. Kanye, whenever he put this little mask on his face, oh my God, the man think his words don't affect him. He mad at Dave Chappelle now, yo. He mad at Dave Chappelle because Dave Chappelle went on Saturday Night Live and said they canceled that nigga. And my thing about it is this. Everybody want to talk about conspiracy theories like they're just paranoid people, okay? But if a black man can go on a Jewish entity type of platform, Saturday Night Live, okay, and say so that they canceled that nigga, referring to Kanye West, got canceled for making anti-Semitic comments towards a race of people. Well, wouldn't that be the same? Wouldn't it be an attack on Kanye because he wouldn't get on Saturday Night Live and defame the community that's so mad at Kanye? He wouldn't do that at all. He would never. If somebody in that community was messing up, he wouldn't go on that platform and talk about them people like that. So And Dave Chappelle was one of the first people to, when Kanye went off in Dakota and needed to be in the wilderness to find himself, Dave Chappelle and all them flew out to make sure Kanye had a community of people that's not going to be around you and lie to you and be phony with you. Even if I feel like I'm gonna be phony, I just won't say shit type shit. And I was there for you when you were broken and trying to find yourself and reinvent yourself. And yeah, I went on Saturday Night Live and talked about what was going on at the time. You're the only black person right now being crucified in front of us. And I don't think that Kanye is, I don't know if I can say he's right or wrong. You know what I mean? He's saying so many things. I don't know what he really believes. So it's like, I'm really lost with my brother right now. They say genius people are scarred. Well, maybe type shit, you know?
Yeah, I just think with Kanye, man, I mean, just me personally watching him over the years, people have this big debate about, is he crazy? Or he ain't crazy, he know what he's talking about. And I just feel like something has been lost mentally with him. Just the whole get up, just the antics, just the way he's moving. You know what I'm saying? And that brother hasn't been right. Kanye always been like outspoken, say some kind of shock value stuff. That's always been his personality. You know, that's just a Chicagoan. I mean, he did a big deal when he said George Bush didn't like black people. That was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Kanye has always been like that. But now it just seemed like, man, when his mom passed, man, it ain't been like right. Like for real. It's beyond just him saying shock value things. I don't know.
Yeah, he seems to think that he's autistic opposed to bipolar. Which
Whoa. He diagnosed himself?
He's diagnosing himself.
Jesus.
So I guess he's trying to say he's just like a musical genius or whatever the case may be, but he's not bipolar. And he compared himself to Rain Man.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. It's right here. It says, in no way I am not bipolar. I'm not in some kind of episode, but I may be slightly autistic like Rain Man. And that's part of my superpower. The fact that you said part of my superpower is just a whole nother level right there.
Let me add the plausibility to it, okay? James Brown got hit in the head. According to the movie and the story, James Brown was a little kid fighting in little coon boxing matches with one hand. The boy hit him so hard, he woke up hearing in the funk. According to what James Brown said, he heard music at a different cadence after the man hit him so hard and knocked him down. That's where the funk came from. Type shit. So, I mean, Stevie Wonder, the man ain't never seen a day in his life, man, but the coldest person when it comes to making a sound come out of the instrument, Joe. And we ain't never heard nothing of Stevie Wonder, but he got 19 kids, so he like to fuck, but he can't see it, but he can touch it. He know what he knows to do with it. All I'm saying is, when people are torn and the man got to pay $200,000 a month in child support to a billionaire. This woman got more money than him. How the hell does he got to pay child support? That's and they ridiculous. Just took all this man's deals and they connect. So you got to, I mean, but once you're in a position of losing your status, the last thing you want to do is keep shooting holes in your balloon. You got to patch it up eventually, Kanye. Something. I know you're on a mission, a cancel mission, and that's fine. But in order to get your light shone upon the world, you got to be floating up there with it. Like, you know what I mean? You can't just cut your strings off your hot air balloon. And I hope there's some music coming out on this. I hope there's a triple album coming that's gonna go put him back in the stratosphere, because that's the only time he's ever did these antics when music was coming out. In the last 10 years, the only time he did all this ruckus music, ruckus music, comment music.
It seemed like it, but like you said, like over the 10 years, but it seemed like it was some kind of method to his madness, and it's not even a method at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's just like all over the place. You know, and then it's like he gets mad when people say stuff. He does this crazy stuff, or let me phrase my words right. He speaks and do this out of the norm things and get mad when people have a reaction or
slavery
something.
Was a choice. Now, let me go plausible on you guys, okay? There was another choice. run up against that slave master with that gun.
You said there was no other.
There was other choices.
Yes,
and people made other
I
choices.
agree.
So if you make an action, it's an action. But they say also if you don't make an action, that's also an action. When you make a choice to do something, that's an active choice. But when you make a choice to do nothing, that's still a choice. So him saying that didn't vilify the slaves. It didn't make everybody who stayed a hoe or a mog, a bitch, or you know what I mean. Them people struggle harder than the people who ran. You know what I mean? Because I'm staying under this law, under the way. I don't know. Like they say, step out of your comfort zone. I don't know. Like with the not slave, but hostage and hostagee type of, you know what I mean, situation. You know how they say when people kidnap you and you bro bonded to your kidnappers type of thing. I think that was kind of the
mentality of those people who say
if 10 million people were enslaved over 400 years, okay, if 10 million people were enslaved, 7.5 million of them didn't run away.
Some people jumped off the ship. Some people committed murder.
Born and bred into slavery, and slavery was a part of who they was.
Yeah, they didn't know no better.
So it was like saying slavery was a choice. You're not wrong, but you're not giving the flowers to the slaves who stayed and made sure that they saw this shit through until they realized they was free one day, and then got hated upon because you made this country valuable.
I just don't feel, even with, like you said, with even with that, just stuff like Kanye saying stuff like that, it's no consistency in nothing he's saying. So to me, that's what I look and dig into. You know what I'm saying? Like the George Bush didn't like black people, Kanye was a little different because it was kind of, his statements was a little consistent. Now he goes from George Bush don't like black people to you supporting Trump. Like y'all don't see, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't see how crazy that looks. Like he had this anti-George Bush thing. And to me, George Bush put up a better front than Trump did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you had MAGA hats, but then you say how George Bush didn't care about black people doing Katrina. You know what I'm saying? Then you go and say slavery is a choice, but then you say these anti-Semitic things. And it's like, where were all this heat and this hate and this shutdown when he said slavery was a choice? You know, that's just my thing, but that just really shows that, you know, black people, you know, we just don't have the power to really shut nothing down, or probably maybe we just don't want to. We don't want to shut him down because maybe he's ours. So we got a little different kind of a heart, I guess, with Kanye. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say that to an extent. Yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody got freedom of speech, but sometimes he just don't know when to shut up. Like he doesn't have, for real. Like when you start realizing that certain things can kill your career, you should know when to just let it go. You know, and that's what doesn't click for him. You know, we can say and feel and express all we want, but when you feel like you're so superior to everything and everybody that's around you, you don't know when to shut up, and that's why what's coming against him is coming against him. And that's why you may be bipolar, because you don't have that switch to let you know, okay, let me calm down. Or okay, like, yeah, now isn't the time.
Not bipolar.
You know,
he got not Down syndrome. He got
huff
in the mouth. He ain't got huff in the mouth. He got autistic.
He says he's artistic.
He's artistic. He definitely is. He likes to draw.
I can, you know what? I can actually believe his statement of saying that, because looking at him,
musically, yes.
Musically is. And I wanted to say this, as we were saying this off air, we talk about how people are geniuses and stuff. And since we talked about R. Kelly and Kanye, to Chicago, geniuses in music, when people say the word genius, we tend to think of, when any genius in anything, we think that applies to every area of their life. And you could be a genius in one thing and be damn near an idiot in something else. Yeah. It's possible. So genius just really applies to whatever you're a genius in. It don't mean that you, a person, is a total genius all the way around. I just don't believe
have
it.
30 years of sexual R&B innuendo music and also be a pedophile?
Yeah, okay. It could be, but that's
what his music probably was.
I think that's what the cancel culture don't understand. Like even with okay, we talk about the Bill Cosby's, all of those people, it's funny, it's always black people. It seems like no other race have these problems. I don't understand that, but we'll get to that another time. But it seems like, you know, we get to Bill Cosby, all these people, and then when they do something wrong, it's like, oh, you know, we're not doing that. No, Bill Cosby probably did the stuff he did, you know, and my sincere apologies or
to any victims of
any victims of anything like
yes.
and around the world, to any victims of anything like this.
Yeah, because just talking about it or bringing it back the trauma for some people.
Some people.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, he could be that. He could be that. And that is terrible. I don't do that. But you can't say because he's that, he's not this. Like, we can be both. You can be good and bad. You can be good in one area and bad in another. That is possible.
You just made me remember another part of the R. Kelly I admitted thing that bothered me a little bit. I've been listening to R. Kelly since Hey Mr. DJ, since public service announcement. And I just was a big fan of the vibe that he had. But he said something in the song that people are not paying attention to. Every song has different energies attached to it, okay? R. Kelly has sang 30 years of sexually energized, perverted music that we vibe to, we listen to, and we make babies to, or practice in making babies to. He said in the song that he was talking to his auntie, and the auntie said, don't listen to them people. You have an anointing on your life, and you sharing your anointing with everybody. Well, let me tell you, just because, like he said, just because you say genius don't mean that you aren't severely flawed in other areas. Just because you have an anointing doesn't mean it's a holy anointing. Doesn't mean that it's a good anointing. Doesn't mean that your energy and your spirit doesn't travel through your music, but your music also is attached to other spirits and energies that you got to be careful with. That's why your music should be variety. It shouldn't be just one thing. That's why we wonder why these 14-year-olds walking around with fully automatic handguns, switches, because they listen to what? Drill music. All the time. That's all they listen to. Shoot, shoot, kill, kill, shot, shot, bop, 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 murder, murder, pussy, money, shoot, shoot, kill, kill. At least back in the day when you killed and shot something, it was about money or territory and getting some money or direct retaliation. Now it's just shoot whatever, whoever, however. That's anointing, right? But not a holy and not a spiritual anointing. That's just a violent anointing on that particular genre of music. So you got to be careful, people. You got to be careful what you listen to. Yes, we rock with Kanye music. Yes, we rock with R. Kelly music over the years. Those people are people behind the music, and that's why you got to be careful. Don't ever hold no stars, no idol, no people. Idol. What you should idol is nothing. What you should lust for is nothing. Cherish every moment. Believe that God put you here for a reason. Whatever God you believe in that God, and love the people you got in your life. Chaka Gumbo.
He also mentioned that he was molested. So,
oh my God, I just remembered that too. Jesus.
So to think about that as he's admitting
by his sister,
a family member,
that's
like
terrible.
Hurt people.
Absolutely. So it's just like it almost was like he was stating that that's where it came from. Like maybe he didn't know no other way. Like he expressed himself through sex because he was molested. You know, so but we don't always have to be a product of what we came from.
Some tea.
You know what I'm saying? Yes,
tea.
it is. So yeah, we're bringing y'all tea today. But you know, so he mentioned that, you know, as well. So, you know, sorry you had to go through that, you know, but man, like a lot of things, if we became or dwelled in what we came from, what the product, like what our parents went through, what we went through, then, you know what I'm saying? It's never ending. I wouldn't be the person I am today had I fallen into the environment I came from. Okay. So there are ways out, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have help mentally. I just knew that I didn't want to be a part of what I was seeing, you know? So I'm not making excuses for him or saying that he could have or could not have gotten out of the situation that he was in, but that's probably where it stemmed from.
Yeah. What this conversation is really telling me is that, especially for the Black community, we have to take like seriously, like therapy, mental health, like for real. Everything can't be prayed off. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I believe in Jesus and everything else, and I understand that. And God is a miracle worker. Everything is in His hands. I understand that. A lot of things with mentally, it's like your mental health is just as important as your physical health. So you can't say, hey, I want to lose this 60 pounds. I'm going to pray this 60 pounds off. That's how you sounding with trauma. I'm going to pray 60 pounds off. I mean, if that's the case, we got a lot of people in church would be skinny. And we see that's not the case all the time. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely have to take take that very serious, like mental health. We see this with R. Kelly, you know, on this is a whole different thing he's dealing with. You're right, trauma. He got molested, and what that happened, what that turnaround, and affected him.
He didn't do anything about it.
He didn't do nothing about it, but he preyed on other people.
Yeah.
Because he was preyed on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that happens a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't deal with that trauma, deal with that stuff, then we don't know what'll happen.
Yeah.
Hurt people, man.
And sometimes unknowingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost every time.
Yep.
Predator kids been preyed on.
Yeah.
No, there's no predator kid that just. Well, there's some kids with them tendencies, but a good percentage of predator kids were preyed on, and they didn't know
cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. Just not everybody makes a 30-year R&B career out of it as well, Mr. Sylvester. Next subject. Don't we got a big announcement to make? We should let the black woman.
What's the
we should let the
what
black
announcement we make?
We should let the black woman know how they have found a way to free black women all over the globe.
Oh. Yes, Brittany. So one of the
welcome home, baby.
Welcome home, welcome home.
Bro, sister, bro. I don't know what the pronoun system is.
So
Brittany, welcome home. We ain't got to
Brittany.
say that. Brittany, welcome home. We're proud that you're home. We're happy that you have you back, and we're happy that you're safe.
BG, respectfully, BG.
Yes, we're grateful for that. You know, somebody actually put in the work and took the time to go over there and free our sister.
It's a big to do about an African American basketball star that was generating a lot of money for that country that she got arrested in.
Russia, right?
Yes, and weed cartridges. How many? We don't know. Enough to say smuggling. In Russia, all you need is a joint in Russia, and you smuggling drugs. So
I think it was a plot to get who they wanted. They got a terrorist that we had. That was a Russian terrorist that we swapped for her. We swapped the basketball player for a known terrorist that we captured. So that's what people was kind of, a lot of people was mad about that. They didn't, not saying that they didn't want her free, but they was mad about we're giving back pretty much a dude that was trying to terrorize us.
I'm going to say this. It happened so close to when Russia attacked Ukraine that you had to know you come into if she was coming here, you ain't got to bring no weed here. Just like if you go to what's that country over there?
Dubai,
you ain't got to
bring no weed.
Amsterdam. I'm thinking Amsterdam.
You ain't
got to bring no weed to Amsterdam. You ain't got to take no weed to Las Vegas. You ain't got to take no weed to nowhere. You ain't got to go Jamaica is still illegal though.
Colorado is legal, right?
Really? Yeah, you ain't got to take no weed to Colorado. You ain't got to take no weed to Los Angeles, California. You ain't got to take no weed to California no more. You can go out there. You can get your Uber with your luggage in it and go straight to the dispensary. Then go to the hotel. You ain't got to do that. So if you were coming, I don't know the story. I don't know what exactly was going on. But if you got that much weed cartridge in your luggage and you in Russia and the penalty for weed is 10 years, you've been doing that the whole time. My take on it.
No, she's been doing it.
You had to be doing that the whole time.
To be that comfortable.
And this particular time, they just wasn't going.
Yeah, and they used it for what they wanted to get it from. I'm happy that she's home and she's not caught up in that, especially just being a black sister, man. You know, we just don't want that. Yeah, welcome home.
But you know how easy that is? You know how many people get caught in TSA with pistols and all kind of shit, cocaine, because they forgot they had it in their bag?
Okay, how you get caught with cocaine?
Listen to me.
I just got to ask it. I don't know nothing. I don't do cocaine or nothing, so I wouldn't know. But I'm just saying, how you get caught? Because I could see like weed, you can smell weed. Like, can they, like dogs to smell cocaine? I don't know. The cocaine.
The dogs are trained to smell all of that type
of stuff.
I was running late for my plane to go to Pennsylvania. This is 3 days ago. I'm not going to tell you what airport. I was running late for my plane 3 days ago. and I had about 3 of these for the trip. 4 of these, 6 of these for the trip. The pre-roll joints, you know what I'm saying? Pre-roll, unlit, just pre-rolled, not just out in the open weed, pre-roll. And I had them in my little jar, all pimped up, and I said, I'm gonna throw them under the plane, and when I get off, boom, I'm gonna be ready to blow. Tell me why I ran late. And I messed around and got there early, but with enough time just to get my suitcase was like I was only going there for 2 days, so my luggage was little, so I put it in the overhead. But when I got to the line, I had my boarding pass on my phone, so I didn't go to the pre-check of the sky cap or none of that. I went right to the TSA line. It wasn't no line. Got right up to the TSA booth with these and my luggage in a little jar, and I'm like, weed is legal in Illinois.
That's legal.
And it's not buttered up. But what if I get caught? And I was sitting there really nervous, like, dude, what do I do? Do I get out of line and look extra obvious, go all the way upstairs to put my luggage under the plane? Or do I put it up under this x-ray machine, bitch? Ooh, it got spicy. Because look, I'm standing there in the TSA line and you can't look nervous. You can't look like, because they looking for that. They look at the cameras is looking for people that dilated pupils and anybody acting out of the norm. So as soon as I got nervous, I had to get unnervous. I said, act normal. And my heart is racing at this point. My heart is racing.
That was the first time you did that.
Bro, the last time too. I was never going to do that, even though it worked.
It always worked. All right, let me tell you.
You travel. But what I'm saying is, I put it up there and I just put my head down because if they go say who bag is this, I'm gonna just keep walking. Nope, I just got this little bag. So they did. It went through. It went through without a hitch. And as soon as I got to where I was going, I'm like, whew, shit. I ain't never doing that dumb shit no more. If I bring some weed in my luggage, it's gonna be under the plane. But they say they got more of a probability to get checked under the plane than on the plane. And I'm like, I'm just gonna have to go to.
So let me tell you, I did the same thing, right? But I had mine in my toiletry bag, right? So I put it.
It was pre-rolls or it was buds?
Oh, it was just in the jar. It was sealed.
Right. In the dispensary jar.
Yes.
You done motherfucking fully tweaked.
Let me tell you. No, I wouldn't. I do it. So they caught the bag. They grabbed the bag. So I'm like, damn. Guess what they grabbed?
Cologne.
Lotion. That was right next to it. The girl right next to it. She's like, you can't take this. I was like, oh, you can throw that away. So like, okay, you go.
Right.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, they're not tripping on that.
We didn't say any particular airport or what state you guys.
Yeah, that's state. We go different states.
We're not gonna say where it was. But yeah, so that shit it's more common than you think. It's more common than you think.
I'm just saying, how you get caught? Now that you went through that,
baby, you're
how
a celebrity.
You get caught?
BG, you're a celebrity. BG. I don't know if you are a celebrity. Everywhere you go, you tall, you got dreads, tattoos, so you're already standing out. You are the easiest target in the world, babe. You need to motherfucking get your assistant to do that for you, or just have it here. Like your wife, man, I couldn't imagine what a spouse could go through in that moment. It's not your fault that your spouse went through that, but your spouse went through the fire for you. Shout out Mrs. Griner. Shout out Mrs. Griner. Shout out Mrs. Griner. That baby was calling the president, Kamala Harris, Obama. She called Trump. She called everybody for her little boo. You hear me?
Yes. That's it.
Shout out BG. Welcome home, BG.
Welcome home.
I wouldn't hoop for them raggedy motherfuckers ever again. They should put you back in the WNBA for this possession. Give her a coaching job or something.
The deal is they was giving her that bag because the WNBA ain't paying shit. That's why she went over there. But I wouldn't blame them again.
Not an NBA. They go over there to get paid.
They go over there to get paid.
My cousin was a star over in overseas.
So if the bag was big enough, would you go back? Not BG. With all respect, BG. You do what's best for you in your life and your career. If the bag was big enough, Chocolate Gumbo, after this whole ordeal, would you go back?
No. I don't know.
What if the bag was big and they doubled it? Like, come on back, BG.
I'm gonna say this. Only way I don't go back if it was straight bullshit and I really didn't have them cartridges and they planted that shit, I would never go back.
Okay, but what
if only you would know that.
Right.
But if you knew you was the goofy that had that shit and that bag was like that, I'll have to make a commitment to be like, hey, I am not smoking no weed, nothing. If I'm going to Russia, I'm just on a weed fast.
Because you know what I'm saying? What if you was in breach of contract by getting caught by the the Russian officials, and you lost your contract behind the shit too, and they ain't got to pay you because you breached the contract, getting caught up on
some BS for real.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure they might have something like that, or maybe
Black women are under attack. Black women, y'all are under attack. God bless every woman in the world, because it's hard to be a woman. But black woman, that when you say black woman, it's not a strike against you, but people try to use your skin color against you. The black woman is the most precious, the most powerful woman. This woman got every color of woman inside of her. People without this melanated skin don't have every piece of person on the world. It's scientifically proven that the black woman got every shade, every creed, code, color, a person that ever been on this earth come out of this body right here.
Yeah.
that part.
Stay free, BG.
Stay free, stay free.
Get you some monkey. Do you understand me? Wear her ass out. She has been on a crusade. Don't go to the Bahamas. Just go to Florida. Go to Alabama. Go somewhere where you can get those good old-fashioned racism. Do not go back out the country. Don't even say Czechoslovakia. Don't even play checkers.
Matter of fact, go to Amsterdam.
Don't do shit Russian.
She want to get some.
No, stay your ass here. Go to Las Vegas. Las Vegas got Planet 13. You don't need nothing. Go to Las Vegas, gamble, put your dick on the table, and show out in Vegas. Do you understand me? What? Yes.
She ain't got one of them.
Yes, she put the harness on there and
How you know that's what she do?
Put the harness and BG, balls out. Go balls out. Wherever you go. Just don't leave America. Please stay in America. Please don't ever leave us again.
Man, yeah.
Because that was the wholest, dumbest shit in the world over some fucking weed cartridges that they knew you had, that they knew you've been traveling with, if this story allegedly. So
they knew it.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Kendra, come on with your subject, child. Everybody, Kendra has a subject, and I am extremely against doing this another time. But we're gonna go into it, I guess.
Gumbo. We talk about any and everything. So I was scrolling on social media and I came across something on the shade room about Dr. Umar Johnson speaking about polygamy. So he was being addressed saying that they said something about him having 2 wives or whatever the case may be, and he said, well, I'm not even married, I've never been married, but he will have 2 queens. So he's all for polygamy. And I just want to know everybody's thoughts on that. Like, we have this day and age, honestly, is out there more than open than anything. And I'm really like in awe about it. I just moved back here from California 2 years ago, and I was approached in that atmosphere. And believe it or not, I can't say no to something I don't know nothing about. So I was like, I'm single. Let me see. I don't know. Like, let me see what this is about. Not that I indulged in it, but I opened my mind to learn more about it, to see what's
mind is open.
No. So I had to, in order for me to give a firm opinion in regards to what I felt about it, I had to see if I was okay with it or not. I can't talk about something or be a part of something or say I would not be a part of something if I hadn't experienced it. So I tried to see if that was for me, and it's not. I did not. I entertained.
You entertained an experience.
I entertained the thought because I could not tell myself no to something that I wasn't for sure about.
So you entertained the experience in your mind. You thought about entertaining the experience.
Anyway, we're all human. We are, and
she admitted.
Everybody needs to be real with themselves. Okay, first off, y'all need to stop hiding behind all these fake ass whatever you feel like you are. You know that you be thinking that you want to try some shit out too. Like, and if you don't know, like, y'all be letting religion and life and whatever else, like, put a mask on. But I'm just 1,000% realist. And I've experienced a lot, and I can speak on the things because I've experienced certain things, and I can say yay or nay to certain things because I'm just that real. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it. I'm just that real. So for me, I'm not for polygamy because I want my own person. I want to indulge in my own person. However, there are a lot of people who's open-minded to that type of lifestyle. I want to know y'all thoughts. Like, what do you think about that? Like, do you think... I even put through this question out in the women chat that I have, and one of the girls said that she doesn't think monogamy is normal. like I'm just like, oh, we may get bored, with our mates from time to time. And I mean, when you say monogamy isn't normal, the Bible says is what I instantly think. However, we're human, we're natural. If we allow our natural thoughts and our natural self to manifest, what are y'all thoughts on that? Like, naturally, what do you think? Like, the Bible said we should commit. The Bible said we're supposed to be married. We're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. We're supposed to have one person. We're supposed to only have sex with the person that we marry, but that's not.
So let me ask you this. What is the Bible? The Bible is
it's a book inspired.
A book written by mankind, right?
Yes.
Okay. It wasn't written in the stars and dropped out the sky. It was written by people who wanted you to believe a certain thing that they believed, so they wanted you to believe it, correct?
That part.
Okay. So I got a few statements on what you just said. When a woman gets a little bored in the relationship, say 10 years, 11 years, and she gets bored and wants to experience other things. When a man do that, that's cheating. When she do it, she wants to explore. So what's the difference between
women
polygamy?
Usually don't act on it.
What's the difference from polygamy and outright being just a cheater? What's the difference?
Well, let me say this. Umar Johnson said that he feels like an alpha male. Alpha male cannot have just one woman. Like, he needs more than one woman.
Because he was comparing it to the jungle. He was comparing it to the rules of the animal kingdom, where most of the alpha deers and elks and bulls and gorillas and zebras,
and that's what he said,
and goats and lions and panthers and salamanders and all kind of spiders. Well, spiders are different. The females be bigger and they kill the men almost every time. But most animal hierarchies, mammals, I should say, the big dog run the show and all the females follow. And then you get a few that mate, consistently. But when the big dogs fight, whoever wins get to have their litter. And when they get full, then the other males may be able to slip in and out. But you can't come just mate while I'm over here, dog. So he was speaking in relation to that. Human beings are different people. There's certain animals that mate for life. Certain birds, certain fish. They when they mate, ain't finna just keep it moving. And there's certain species that fuck and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Period. Like a spider, a certain kind of spider, the lady will like him, let him lay the eggs, and before he leaves, she eating his whole torso. So you can't compare humans to any other animal, because this human life is different than any other animal, existence. Most men don't need multiple women.
A man just said that, so y'all hear this. I believe he's an alpha.
I'm a passive alpha. I'm not like you, a narcissistic. I got to be number one alpha. I'm a passive alpha. I know who I am. I'm confident in that, and I operate in that space. And I don't worry about what I am or what I'm not or what nobody thinks. So that qualifies me as definitely an alpha male, because I do my own thing. I move by myself, and I'm good with a group I can follow. I can lead, whatever. But most men, in my opinion, the men that I've been around, don't need multiple people. They just need a lot of sex. I'm gonna be, let's speak it real. I'm like a high sex drive. So it's about
sex?
No, it's not about sex. It's about bonding with someone that brings you happiness and peace, and we can have sex. And those things can't transpire without the other, or you're gonna be leaving some voids. My job is to be the man. Your job is to be the woman. But do we bring each other happiness, peace, and can we have sex? And when one of those things are out of line, the other ones are affected. And then some things just don't fix themselves, and people just like to be broken and fucked up. And then, okay, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. Go get some sex that's peaceful but not happy. Go make myself happy with some sex, but I don't get no peace. Or just go fuck some random motherfucker and they don't give me no peace, no happiness, and just sex, and then it's still nothing. So you gotta kind of figure out what real life are you living. I think that they said something very, very valuable. Truth isn't truth anymore. Truth is what you believe now. Truth isn't truth. Truth isn't actually what happened and why it happened anymore. It's what you see and what you believe and what you're willing to move forward with. So my opinion is, whatever your life you're living, that's what you're gonna need. But most people don't even know what they want, don't even know what they need. They just out here operating.
And in order for you to know, you got to know what you want and know what you need. But I'm not for polygamy. I found that out. I'm a one woman's man. I'm a one.
You what? You say what?
I had to retrain. I'm a one man's woman. I'm only for one. I can't be number two to not one person. Like I'm not number two. I'm always number one to whomever I commit to. So I can't have someone else.
But that was another valuable point Dr. Umar was somebody in that feed was making, saying that you could tell because when a female is a dude's side chick for 20 years and he's married and she just been with him, fucking with him on the side for 10 years, 15 years, or however long it was.
Some people like being number
two. Is that not a form of polygamy?
It is a form of polygamy. Cheating, it can be a form of polygamy.
No,
I mean,
not.
Secretly.
No, it's not.
Team leader.
No, it's not.
So what do you have to say, RJ?
Talk to me.
I don't believe it's a form. It's a form. Okay, you're saying it's a form of polygamy because they're actually dealing with multiple people in that aspect. That cheating and polygamy is two different things.
Okay.
It's two totally different things.
Break it down. How so?
How so? Because one is led by honesty, communication, and understanding.
And that's polygamy.
That's polygamy.
Y'all got to understand it. Y'all just not fucking. We doing this a certain kind of way.
Right. Yeah. You got to understand across the board. It's like from all parties. Like if it's different kind of ways. So polygamy, like most men, I guess what Umar is talking about, him having a few wives. So the wives are understanding that. They understanding what they're doing.
He doesn't have any wives yet. He's single. He said he's going to have 2 queens.
I mean, they ain't hard for him to say. He can say he can have 500. Don't mean nothing. You got to do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not hard for him. It's not like he can't do it. But from Africa, from in Africa and stuff like that, that's more of a common practice. If you see like different, if you go out of the country, not like an American practice. Mm-hmm. In Africa, in tribes and stuff, that's more of a common practice to have multiple wives. But as things are set up, there's a whole way of life. One wife might be a scholar at reading and writing. And one wife might be just great being domestic with cooking and stuff like that. And then you have another wife and they might do this. And all those wives teach the kids as a village. Yeah. They work together as a village. They cook together. They do everything as a village. It's like that. Another thing with guys that want to be quick to do that, a guy want to have 4 or 5 women, but you got to take care of these women. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I know even with being a Muslim, you have Muslims, they have different wives. They have to take care of each household. It ain't no, oh yeah, I got the 2 wives, and they looking at it like they ain't pimp. You know what I'm saying? I got my girl. They're gonna take care of me, but it's like on some pimping. They take care of me. No, you supposed to be the alpha male. You're supposed to have a house for this wife, house for that wife, or if it's decided, communicated that y'all all working together in one household, that's all understood. That's all. Everybody's happy. You know what I'm saying? And then you have dynamics that the women like each other. Or then you have some dynamics that they don't.
What about the swingers though? The swingers stay married. They just go fuck.
That's all about sex.
They fuck each other for a weekend and go back to their household like ain't nothing happened.
But one is about sex and one is about having different relationships. So one is like saying I can have multiple people that I love and have a relationship with, and one is like I just want to just do this and for fun.
Boom, 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 and you zoom. I want a boom, 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 and you zoom.
Morally, you automatically just say no. You know what I mean? Morally, you say.
What is morally though? Because you said something. I want to address this about. You said the Bible, but
that's where the morals come from.
No way, because the same morals that says that same stuff that says that David had different wives he killed one of his guys.
Concubines.
He kills Bathsheba's husband to get her after he had many wives and concubines. He had 700, but he had to have 701.
Hey, but he looked off that balcony and said, "Damn!"
But he was still anointed.
Bathsheba got that.
He was still a man of God, right?
Yeah.
He's still one of the most anointed men in the Bible, right?
That nigga looked at Bathsheba and said, Miss Parker. God is my shepherd. He know what I want. I'm finna dance my way over to you. Do you understand?
without my clothes, huh?
Morally, we're taught to be one way, but if you actually allow yourself to experience, I'm going to be honest, I had an open mind about it, and it possibly could have worked with just one other person, that I could get along with. If you like the other female and y'all building something, y'all making a community, it's a goal behind it. Like some people say, you don't marry for love, you marry for security, what you can get from it, stability, growth, or what have you. But that can also happen in a two-person relationship. But for those who not biased to anything, everybody has a right to do what it is that they want to do. I'm not biased for it. I don't have an opinion on it. Like, do you? I can possibly, if I was the number one chick, then I might be able to be like, all right, we can have one more person. But if I ain't number one, I can't. Listen.
So let me since you say that.
However, I'd rather just have one.
Let me put this on y'all real quick. What situation would be conducive to you might even consider it? Like, what if the dude was like y'all could really sit down and vet each other out, you know what I'm saying, pray about it and really see if this is what y'all want to do. Everybody in this situation was bringing a decent bag to the table to where we can get one crib and our kids can, you know what I'm saying, if they old enough not to live here, and it's just us generating wealth, generating health, and being in a relationship with each other. What I would be down for that. Like I would be. If we had a bag,
that's
if we had a bag, if
like
we had a
something
bag,
has to be. What am I gaining here?
That's the whole point. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just you change your mind of it's a dual thing. Then it's
if I know what I'm dealing with up front, y'all men need to learn how to be honest up front, because sometimes y'all doing stuff sneakily and think women won't accept the honesty, but some women won't, some will. If I look at this dude to the right and I say, God damn, like I'm into you, like I'm feeling you, like man, I can see something here, and we talking and get to know each other, and then I ask you in regards to a relationship, what is it that you're looking for, and you say, well, listen, I want you, and I might want somebody else. Let me decide if that's something I want to be a part of. And if I like you that much and I see that you bringing what you need to bring to the table, whomever this other person may be doing the same, I might be like, all right, this may work. You know what I'm saying? But give me that upfront. Don't trick me and fall in love with me and bring me into your world and then come telling me once I'm in love with you, like, hey, like, man, like I just need another woman. Like I always been this way. Now I'm in a position where I'm conforming to what it is that you may want me to be because I love you. But if you bring this up front and allow people to choose, you might have a better outcome, man. Stop hiding. Be real.
Y'all women need to be more upfront about what y'all willing to accept and not accept. Because when a man tell you up front what the fuck it is and what the fuck we gonna do and what this is gonna be and then not gonna be, then you get wrapped up into it emotionally. Then the motherfucker might touch your soul with that super stick down there and then get your mind all mixed up. And now it's like, so what we finna do? The same shit we was doing before we started fucking, that's what we finna do.
All right, and that means it's up to you to remind her what the contract was in the beginning.
No,
so women don't try to change.
See, when a man keep it up front, when a man keep it a buck with you up front, like he was just saying, we don't. Y'all switch up and get too caught up in the sauce.
Putting everybody in the
you
same
put everybody
category.
in the same boat, so I'm putting everybody on your side in the same boat. Period.
I'm gonna say some, because I'm not gonna say all, because everyone isn't like that. I've been a part of situations where the truth has been brought forward, and I promise y'all, I honor that more than being tricked later on down the line. Like if you bringing me honesty up front, I honor that so much more that it allows me to think and be like, that's why I entertained the polygamy, the polygamy thing, because it was honesty for the most part up front. And I'm just like, well, I can't say yes and no to something that I don't know about. However, it wasn't for me. But when you bring honesty up front and you build something off of honesty, it's a better outcome from that, opposed to just, not really knowing yourself and just finding yourself throughout something and just doing shit. It just don't work.
When you entered did you go through the front door or the back door? You said enter. Did you go through the front door, back door, upstairs or downstairs?
Entertain.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that we can try to be honest, but I'm the type of girl, I'm the fairy tale type girl. I want my man to, whomever he may be one day to, I'll cater to me and I'm gonna cater to you. Like I'm gonna give what's given and even more because I'm feeling you like that. So at the end of the day, like that's just what I want. So If we could be honest, and you should have a mate that's gonna pour into you as well as you pouring into them. And I also met a guy that, I don't know if I'm going off topic slightly, but some men feel like that, sorry guys, that this is the way the world was made. Like,
from
you guys are
your experiences.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that the Bible says, and that's how we were born or taught, the man that finds a wife finds a good thing. So with that being said,
a man got to find you. That's
the
what
man is the hunter. Women are not hunters. These women out here proposing, asking men to marry them.
This is a different
and all of
world
that
from
is
the Bible.
different,
You used to have to sell your kids into servitude to get them to marry somebody else. So this is a different age and time, honey.
Well, I get that, but I'm not from the different age and time. So at the end of the day, I like to be entertained by a man, but I was dating this one guy who felt like he would compare me to him. Like, basically like, well, why do I have to do this? Or why do I? And what about me? Are you a male or a female? Like, what do you mean, what about me? And I get that. He also stated,
what's wrong with spoiling a nigga?
I'm not opposed to that. When I tell you, once you find me and you pour into me the way I need to be pouring into, you're gonna get every single thing and more you need from me in return. But you have to be the initiator. You're the man. You have to seek. You have to find. Now, some of these women out here selfish and not willing to give in return.
Because they get scarred and hurt too many times.
And you need to fix yourself. Yeah. And you can't carry that into something else.
Once you've given your all so many times to so many different wrong situations, you don't want to give shit to nobody else.
It's back to mental health. You're right. You got to get yourself together for that. And even though we was talking about that just another show, you was just saying like, you wasn't able to point like, I'm on a mission with me. Yeah. That's how this podcast got started.
Yeah.
Me and her had a conversation, said, after my last situation, my marriage, I gave my all. When I say I gave my all, I died a horrible death so many different times for giving my all and not giving none to myself, that I don't think that I'll be able to give my all to anyone. I'm going to save something for me, or I'm going to have a fucking mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Period.
Man, that's real.
That's this grown shit.
But the realness is him saying it.
And that's what I appreciate.
That's what you gotta appreciate, because he's being authentic.
Yes.
Because he didn't even have to even share that shit.
He did not.
As a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a person, you understand that when you've been hurt, some people don't even open up to even say this.
But it is a lot of men that's out here like that sharing, because I've ran into a female friend of mine who ran into two guys that's told her she's looking for something serious, and two guys that she potentially can see herself dating told her like, I just got out of a marriage. It's been about a year, but I just want to be a hoe for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I do see that some men are conforming to honesty, and I'm not even judging y'all if that's what you bring it to the table, but just don't mislead. That's all I'm saying. Just don't mislead, because at this point, I've been dating for 3.5 years. I'm actually ready to, be in a situation where it's just me and whomever else. But it's a lot of men out here that's coming out of situations that just want to be free. So I get that. And it's all about being honest and being transparent. And we appreciate you for that.
For me, it's stress-free. It's being able to move stress-free. After you was in a marriage and giving yourself so much to one person, and that person expecting and putting your needs below their expectations, you get used to checking in without even thinking about it. Like, sometimes I'm talking to a female and I'm finna give up my whole rundown. I'm like, I'm not fucking this woman. Why am I? Because I'm programmed to be like, baby, I'm finna do this. And after I do this, I'm gonna hit you back in a minute. I'm programmed to be like that. And it's like, now that I don't have to do it, I don't want to have to go into restrictive mode. Like, the next person that come into my life is gonna be a fit. It's gonna be a lock more than it's gonna be a perfect fit. It's gonna be we synced in, like we locked to one sync, one frequency. You can move how you need to move. I can move how I need to move. And
ain't nobody trying to control the next.
Every 24 hours, we're gonna communicate, whether if it's a text, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, sent you a video, sent you a text message, called you, video chatted. There's gonna be some kind of communicate, but it don't have to be no kind of communicate, because I ain't magically gonna be somebody different because I was busy yesterday, or I got sleepy, or I hit you up or I remembered you said you was gonna be busy, or
y'all need to leave them representatives at the door. Like, bring your real self, like, for real. Like,
Gumbo,
man,
but you're dealing with a pool of people that a third of them don't even know who they are.
That's
so
true.
You got to weed through that. So you can't be mad at them if they're bringing a representative. They don't even know who they are. So you kind of seeing the layers
And some people don't show you who they are till they experience some trauma with you, and then they really show you.
Oh, hey, it's a bunch
They
of
say, get
gumbo
somebody
cooking right
mad.
now.
They say get somebody mad. That's the true
That's
test.
how you gonna know.
That's how you know. That's how you know if
But you
can
can't
rock with
test
them
it on purpose. It has to
It's just a
actually
natural-
happen.
organically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've learned with me, ladies and gentlemen, and kids, boys and girls, mamas and aunties, do not test Big Keith for a response. Talk to me directly. Be brutally honest. Shoot straight at me, because if you try to shoot around me or play around me, I'm real interpretive. I'm real intuitive. I'm going to see what the fuck you on when you could have just kept it real with me. And now that I think you playing me, you testing me for a response, and I don't know how I'm going to respond, because I don't know how I'm going to feel after you be on the bullshit you own. I figure you out. Then you ask me directly about the bullshit you own, and now I'm irritated now. So how I'm gonna respond is not how you looking for. So the best thing you could do is shoot straight at me and trust me with the truth. Trust me with the fact that I'll be as discerning as I need to be, but also as forthcoming as the moment calls for. Cause bitch, don't test me for no response, because the response I give you ain't gonna be the one you want. I'm telling you right now. People do that. People say stupid shit.
Just to see
whatever nigga you fucking with, you can just keep fucking with him. Oh, his name is Frank. And his dick is bigger than yours, and he got money. So I'll be talking to you later, sir. Like, people do certain shit to see what you're gonna say, to see how you respond, to see how they're gonna gauge how much you give a damn or not. And you don't got to do that, people. You know how you can stop that? Give a damn about yourself more than you give a damn about somebody else, more than you give a damn about being lonely, more than you give a damn about whatever you fight with. Fuck with yourself more than you fuck with everybody else. It sounds selfish, but you're supposed to be selfish with you. Why are you giving yourself so much away and not saving nothing for you? That's why people ride around road rage, and that's why people ride around ready to shoot you and kill you over any argument, any misunderstanding, because you already stressed out over you.
That part.
Fuck out of here. Gumbo motherfucking, I was about to say Gumbo Music. Shout out Gumbo Music.
Chocolate gumbo is cooking and it's about to boil over, but we got more topics coming for y'all. Because I'm in my head right now, like, why in the world do some people feel like, and we're gonna talk about this probably next time, that when they are in a situation or a committed relationship with somebody, that we gotta control the other person. Let's not speak on it now. We're gonna bring it to y'all next time, but that's something that we need to talk about as well, because
that's
we all are our own
like
individual
women
persons,
like
peoples. Okay.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So, hey,
that's a good topic. Definitely
come with that next time, y'all.
Controlling people, Lord, that shit right there.
People. Ooh,
that's a whole series. You got to break that down into subtopics.
Have you? Okay, so have you did both?
What do you mean?
Have you been on both sides of the thing of controlling and being controlling and trying to be?
Yes,
no.
But that's a
no.
You haven't done both,
but not
I've let women control my emotions, and that's about it, because my mentality is so like always searching. So it's always hard for me to be controlled mentally, but emotionally, like once you wind me up, it's kind of hard to unwind it. So it's like, a woman can control your emotions because you want to please this woman and she's unpleasable or she's always irritated. So you got to appease that type of shit. But I've had a woman not work out because she needed me to control her.
Hey y'all, hey, you know what?
Yeah,
hold on.
Hey,
let's chocolate gumbo,
shit.
but let's say that for the next time, for real, because this gonna take us a whole nother 45 minutes. But next time, hey, this pot is cooking, it's over, it's over boiling right now. So yes, we got y'all.
Chocolate gumbo. Listen, we know we gotta end it on a good note, so we're gonna bring back the fire.
Hey,
where can they find you, RJ? Where can people find you on social media? They
can find me. Check me out on Instagram, RJ Mitchell, MITCHELL_official on Instagram.
I'm Hairstyles by Kendra on Instagram, and I'm also SFH Property Group if you're looking to buy or sell your property.
Come see
me.
Chocolate Stallion. Comedian Big Keith, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, childsupport.com. Go fund me directly. Who is Big Keith on Instagram? That's who is BIGKEEF. Who is Big Keith? Comedian Big Keith, world renowned. Hey, Big Keith.
And we're gonna have all our stuff coming to y'all real soon.
Yes, definitely gonna have the chocolate
merch.
Yep, merch page. social media, YouTube, all that's coming very, very soon.
Taking
By the
care of
time you probably
business
see this
first.
episode, we probably already have this stuff up.
Yes.
So God bless y'all. Until next time.
Chocolate Gumbo, and RJ and I are going to sing a theme song for all of our fans. Chocolate Gumbo.
Oh, look at him going back to old school with that group.
Chocolate Gumbo. Yeah.
Signing off y'all next time.
Chocolate Gumbo. Yeah. She got the chocolate.